All right, I have no doubt that we're Aladino here. These might look a little bit nicer, but even still, I think Sam and I did a pretty great job. They're centered, they're great. We're gonna do through bolts on the ends and put a bunch of splooge and epoxy into those corners. And hopefully, no matter what happens, we never get water and rot into those corners again. The plastic beam shelf, fully sealed epoxy, and no more holes. Except, of course, I have to put some deck hardware in, so of course there'll be some holes. There's always holes in a boat. Well, that kind of works.
Well.
Well, it's got to be customized. Welcome to my boat. What do you think?
Oh yeah, big hole.
Hole.
There's a hole in there.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, there's a lot of good bits too. It's not just holes.
Wait, so this is your sleep?
Yeah, unless you want to switch, we can switch too.
No, I can sleep in here.
I figured that you like that one because
the front isn't done yet, eh?
No, nothing's done.
Right. Yeah. I was like, isn't there a giant room in here? But it's over there.
Yeah, the aft.
No, it's gonna work. I need a pillow.
This is the bow. Yeah, of course you'll have pillows and sheets and everything. I
Let's
got a
get
blanket,
the
pillows and sheets for you. So Sam, you've been out to visit me plenty of times throughout my adventure. Is this the worst sleeping accommodations I've given you yet? Really?
No. Remember the one time we took the other little boat?
Oh, we had to sleep
the
in.
mattresses weren't as comfy as this.
Did we take the Cal 20 somewhere? That little tiny
I
one?
went to Thetis.
Oh my god, we did do that.
It was on the
That was
harbor.
awful.
It was loud there too.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah, that
pretty
thing. So yeah, Formosa 51 is marginally better than a Cal 20. Got it.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Got it.
It's not gonna rain.
Old Sea
anytime
Lark.
soon,
That's
eh?
what it was. It's not. Well, no. None of this leaks. Believe it or not, I've actually repaired
it looks
all.
like
of
it does, but it's
Well,
just
it's
old.
all of this stuff is the stuff I have to cut out, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
all of these bits of that all has to come out. Sam is looking at me.
Important
Asking questions.
I'm asking important questions. I luckily have a little coverage here on this side. This works. I don't really like it. Just sleep on my side a lot, so I just need like this.
Okay. Well,
This is all
yeah.
covered here, so I'm not gonna fall off. It's just right at the bottom.
Right.
That's just my feet.
Yeah, I
so
haven't
okay.
cut this mattress to shape yet.
No. Well, we don't need to do that right now.
This episode is brought to you by Renogy and their 15th annual Renogy Day. They've been doing this for 15 years. These guys have been a value proposition in the market for a long time, and they're getting really into the swing of things. They have some of the best panels, inverters, and batteries out there. You can outfit your whole off-grid system. I know a lot of you guys are watching because of the off-grid stuff, but Renogy's already a great value proposition, already one of the best deals out there. And right now, until the 7th of July, they have their best deals of the year going on. So please check out the link in the description. I've got a few for different regions, and you guys can get a really screaming good deal this time of year and set yourself up for off-grid living. They've sent out a bunch of stuff that I will be installing soon. Unfortunately, I still have leaks in my hull, as you see in this episode, and I just don't feel that I should put a bunch of electronics in a boat in case it rains. But we'll get there very, very soon. And it's all thanks to Renogy. So thank you, Renogy, for sponsoring this episode. Please check out the link in the description. Let's get back to work. All right, we've got the table here. Tonight will be the night we have our first perihelion social evening, and we're gonna grill up some elk burgers made by Dan, the harbor master here. He's a bit of a hunter, so he shot, dragged, ground this elk, and we're gonna make burgers out of it. We're gonna use this rickety old table that came with Perry, which is actually quite nice, and I'm definitely gonna restore and remake eventually, but not today.
But I need to go get him. Yeah. Oh, it's like when I first moved into my new place. One This is a fucking freaking knife. I don't know why yours is so giant.
Also, it kind of just looks like a paring knife when Simon holds it.
It's the standard chef knife. Well, not the size, but it's the standard type that you get when you work a regular line cook job. And so I have nostalgic feelings about these knives, and they're very chewable.
What do we got on the
Elk burger, shot and ground by our local harbor master, and laid up on the grill by your local scallywag.
Woo! That was a bad cut, the last one.
Are in.
Whoa.
There you go.
And the blue lights so you don't do drugs in here, right?
This is the party room, so we're gonna do a lot of drugs in here. It sure is. And look at this. Solid hull. Nice and fiberglass, 3/4 inch thick.
What's that?
No more plywood, no more rot.
That's crazy.
That's it.
What are you using for the roof? Are you using presume plywood and then non-skid or something?
Yeah, we're gonna do. We got some. Is it a Kumi or is it Meranti?
We don't know. It's hard, but we don't know what.
It's a
Aladino and I
tropical-
couldn't identify it.
Tropical hardwood marine ply, and I got 3/4 inch and 1/2 inch, so it'll be the same
So nice.
kind of as thickness as it was before. And then it's a slightly more proud right now, so we may end up having to shave a bit out the middle, especially. We'll see how much of this we need to cut down, and I still have to batten the whole thing and do that, but that's after they get glued in.
Otherwise, you're going to find your chairs on the poop falling over backwards.
That's it.
I was like, good turns.
So it rained quite a bit yesterday, and I discovered that although it's not leaking everywhere on the boat, it's leaking nearly everywhere on the boat. And all of my butterfly hatches are leaking pretty bad. There's chunks of the center cockpit combing that's all leaking. And Sam, you had a leak in your bed. How'd you like that?
Perfect.
Yeah?
So perfect.
How'd you sleep?
No, I wasn't on it anymore, and I put something to kind of stop the rain from coming on me.
You put a bunch of foam boards all
The
over your
foam
head.
boards are now leaning a different way, so it's not dripping on me. But
Right.
it's fine. It's good. It was dry.
We built a fort inside of the house just to keep Sam dry. My berth stayed dry. I've been up here in this quarter berth, so that's nice. But yeah, we definitely have a lot of little deck work jobs to do. All of the bits where the fiberglass ends is, well, it's ending. And it's not sealing us in at all. No. You up for some breakfast? Put it in now. Fucking greasy, Ricky.
How long does it take for this shit to grow?
Oh yeah, 2-3 minutes there, bud.
Yeah, quick.
Couple 2-3 times. I know it's supposed to be kind of damp today, but I'm sweating like a pig. Anyway, the beams are now glued in, so the next job is to batten them, and that means stringing a straight edge across them and kind of smoothing out the lumps, because as the hull shape changes and where the beams mount and also the hull width, the beams will be at different heights as it goes along, right? So we want to smooth all of that action out, which means lobbing off the top, quarter inch of the beams here and there, just to make it a smooth transition to the plywood and prepping all of that. So, as mentioned, I use plastic in my beam shelf, and that is a recycled polymer plastic right here. Now, unfortunately, that means that it doesn't actually have that much strength on its own and is more of a space holder, which is fine because that's kind of the deal with the rest of the boat as well. Now, I've got this fiberglass on either side, and so my plan now, round over this, and glass over it. Smooth it right out. And then hopefully as an encapsulated unit, it's a lot stronger, and that'll also give me the chance to chamfer this beam shelf down so that it matches the plywood a lot better. It gives me a better place to bolt everything into. Tonight is Sam's last night on the boat, so we're gonna celebrate with some elk steaks and some fried veggies and some corn. And Ed's coming by and bringing Bo, and having a little sister who is ready to roll with all your crazy adventures all the time is just such a treat. I really am so grateful to have her in my life. She's awesome. And I hope to set sail with her soon.
That's it. That's the stuff. And you got the grill marks? You gotta get the grill marks. Oh, yeah. Let my dog in my couch or anything, and I'm like, who are you? There's no way. Absolutely. He eats out of my bowl. Yeah. Wow.
That's so cool. So this
Doesn't
is
look
Jay,
so
and Jay is moored next to Perry. And Jay, you grew up on this thing.
I did, yeah. I was.
It's just surreal.
I was pretty young. They got it in 1980, so
Yeah.
it was like
And your family owned it for 20 years, you said?
a little over 20 years. Yeah.
Wild.
I sailed to as far as Bora Bora and back for a 1-year trip.
1 year trip to
in-
Bora Bora.
In 82 to 83.
And then 5 years in Mexico as well, you were saying.
They went. My parents went back and
Yeah.
on their own in Mexico in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of that is predating the pilot house, predating the aluminum mass. It had already been repowered to the Volvo at that point, and no furling, and you probably still had a functioning deck at the back,
Yes.
and not a big gaping hole like I do, but
And no davit on the back.
no
That
davit.
was-
Oh yeah,
was
that davit.
Yeah.
Davits.
Even the Bruce anchor used to go out over the bowsprit.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah. And then we sat out a hurricane in Bora Bora and it broke the end of the roller off, so we had to refeed it. During the
Okay.
hurricane, we had to refeed it back through.
Oh, wild.
And that's when he came up with that bracket on the
Okay.
bow to mount the Bruce.
Yeah,
anchor.
I was gonna take that bracket off.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Depends on how you want to. I don't think the Bruce fits up in the slot there, and I think that's
Yeah.
why he did it.
Yeah.
And there used to be a bobstay on that strike, like on the
Yeah.
on the what do you
Well,
call that?
the Dolphin Striker.
Dolphin
on the
Striker on the
bobstay.
bobstay, yeah.
Okay.
And that broke off during the hurricane,
Okay.
and then we just never put it back.
Right on. Well, yeah, I need to figure out a good anchoring system because I'll probably be single-handing this boat a fair bit, so I won't really have the opportunity to be sitting at the bow.
Yeah. And I
handling
think that's
things.
why he did that bracket, because it was mostly him and my mom after
Right.
I left, and then
Yeah.
they needed a way to.
Well, I was wondering how that bracket is even. Like, it doesn't seem like an easy thing to thread.
No, I'm not sure how they got that on there.
Oh my god. Well, we got a lot of. I got a million questions, but yeah, it's kind of cool being here because Perry has got a lot of history right here on the West Coast, and there's a lot of folks come by who know her well. It's really cool.
She's spent her whole life here.
Yeah, all life here.
It's definitely worse looking, but that's kind of like getting braces. They gotta look bad first, then they gotta look good again.
It's the structure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to do the structure.
You
Unfortunately,
couldn't see it like last time. It looked pretty decent.
What are you gonna put on the deck?
Right now, I am just going to paint it.
Just paint it, okay.
I'm just going to paint it for now, and then hope that one day some company that does something cool comes along and wants to wants to fork it over, because
Yeah.
I got some quotes and they were in the ballpark of
For teak?
25. No, for the fake teak stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not even like the really expensive stuff, just the more plain Jane stuff was still $20,000 for this boat. So, and I just don't have that kind of money. So, no, I was actually having kind of panics about buying this because I was living on my boat and my friends were like, "Oh, we need out," and I was panicking about like, "Oh, should I do this? I don't know. It's like I gotta throw away everything. I gotta get rid of this. I gotta get rid of that."
Yeah.
And Sam came by and she's like, "What do you get? It's a better boat. Just do this."
It has mass.
Do this.
I was like, it is more of a boat. I'll be
Yeah,
honest
and
right now,
I was so in the weeds I couldn't see it at the time,
Yeah.
and so
It's a
it was
little
nice to
less
have.
of
The
a
last time she
project.
was here, that's what it was, and then this time it's changed a bit. All right, Sam, that's it.
Yeah,
Hope you had a good time,
I did.
and yeah, as always, it's nice to touch base with my sister and ground me a little bit and make me know just how crazy and not crazy I am,
Yeah, no, you're pretty crazy.
but like only in the ways that are okay, acceptable.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well, kind of.
all right.